What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Reef Basics. Quick update on the Innovative Marine 25 Lagoon. As you'll see, I've got some new additions. My Blasto, it's been hanging out with me forever. My Trumpet as well, who's, doing okay. I got some Fivites down here. Lobo, Lepto. I've got another, some type of a Fivite, I can't remember. I've got this really pretty torch, which it's actually a peach color torch, but because of the filter it's going to look green, along with my bubble that can never die. Got some acans. I'm in love with this Lepto. And then I got some Monty in the back. That's actually a pink Monty, but because of the filter, just to make it to where this thing's not a blue wash, it does kind of wash some of the color out. But overall, really loving the Innovative Marine 25 gallon. As you can see, yet again, you've got a really good amount of depth with this tank. It's super shallow, so I've got one Hydra 26 sitting over. I'm about 13, 14 inches from the top of the water line here. Everything on this is probably dialed into about 30% of power on the channels I'm running. So really, if you're doing a tank like this, you can definitely use one light, so you have to go crazy on your reef lights, and can really get a lot of growth, explosive growth really, out of one light over a tank. And my leather back there, it's went to sleep for the night because I kind of kicked my lights back up. But as you can see, really nice setup, plenty of frags, good growth, good flow. For flow, I'm just, like I said, still running this Nero 3. Probably going to change at some point to a gyro setup just to really get a good overall flow of the tank running. But I am going to show you guys some new gear. So one of the new pieces of gear I'm running is this Coralife skimmer. Now these were directly designed for the BioCubes. They're meant to fit in the BioCube, work out of the BioCube, but otherwise they're not a bad skimmer. And just to show you real quick, I've got this little rack over here that's got filter floss in it. I've got the probes for my Inkbird, which is your all digital heater control along with the heater. And don't worry, it's completely underwater. But so the cool thing about this Coralife, and this is kind of one of the things I want to show you guys, and I did an unboxing video, but I just wasn't very happy with it. So, and I'm not a big unboxing fan. I mean, it's a box. You buy the product and put it in. But the cool thing about this, really super small neck. I mean, this thing's probably about the size of a small soda can. So it's, not even a full 12 ounce, but like a 7 ounce soda can. So it's really tiny. Overall dimensions, I mean, it's fitting in one of the side chambers of a 25 gallon. As far as for use, I wouldn't recommend using this over a 30 gallon tank. One of the problems with this particular skimmer is this collection cup is small, as you can see, and it does tend to foam a little bit more. And I've got this turned up fairly well as far as what's coming in, and I'm still getting a fairly foamy skim mate. I've played with a little bit. Once these dial in, they do really good, and you're talking a $70 to $80 skimmer. So if you've got a nano tank and you're not trying to spend a lot of money, the Coralife skimmer is not a bad deal. Like I said, I've got less than, I've got about 70, well, not $70. I've got like $50 invested in this. It took 2 minutes to set up. It took about a week to really dial in. I basically had it shut off to begin with, and this slowly dialed it up. And now that it's really running good, and there's a lot of good protein built up into the neck area, it pulls the way it should and pulls the skin mate out. Like I said, you get a little bit of extra foaminess, but it's not crazy. I clean the cup about 2, maybe 3 times a week, and the cup takes all of 30 seconds to wash out. So really, if you're coming out of a bigger tank, or you're just setting up a nano, it's not a crazy skimmer. It's probably one of the easiest plug and play skimmers out there. So would highly recommend it if you're trying to do a skimmer on a nano and not spend $1 million or do something crazy. It definitely works and does what it needs to do. But lastly, I do have a UV sterilizer coming from Innovative Marine that's going to go in here. So I'm probably going to do is pull this probe and put it down by the heater, and then pull this out with the filter floss and put the filter floss in the top media rack where I've been storing some handy reef keeping tools, such as a little baster and a toothbrush, which is always good to have in your tank, just sitting in the back ready. Overall, though, I know I've talked about this. I still haven't pulled the rest of the protective film off this tank just because, I know we're going to move in about 6 to 7 months. So it's like, well, who cares? I'll pull it off when we move. As you can see, all the coral, everything's doing good. You don't have to have a really crazy reef light on this. Like I said, I'm running the Hydra 26. Don't have the channel set up crazy, but I think any Kessel, Red Sea, single dual like this, or just a single, will handle this tank fine. I mean, I've got good spread, par readings. At full bore, I'm probably right about 90 here and about right at 120 dead center of the tank. And then you come up to here about 150, about 180, 190 up top. So perfect for the type of coral I want to grow. I could dial it up a little bit, but it does what I want it to do. I've got a good mix of softies. I've got a good mix of, some of your more encrusting types. Like I said, there's Monty, there's Leptos in here. This Lepto I love. This Lobo's doing great. Favites, I'm getting great growth out of. I'm actually doing some grow outs on these for a friend. So these will probably pop off. As far as livestock right now, I'm running 2 of your firefish, a spot tail blenny, and a Lubbock's wrasse. Sorry. And I did have a little baby clown here. I think he has left us. Unfortunately, I don't know if he got bullied by the other fish or if he died of natural, which sucks. I really liked him. There is an anemone crab in here. I haven't seen him in a while. But yeah, overall, really digging the tank. I would say if you're looking for a small tank with a big footprint, the Innovative Marine 25 gallon is the way to go.